Welcome back to the final segment this week of Investing with Confidence. And we are talking about the do's and the don'ts of the stock market, but also all markets, options, futures, Forex, cryptocurrency. And then our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, has a strategy. It's called Core Strategy that's designed to teach you to follow those institutions and make smarter investing decisions. And we have introductory investing classes, comprehensive classes that we do local at our academies here. And we have a class near you that it's about 2 hours to get started in the markets if you're brand new. But also, let's just say you're invested in the market, but not want to know more about what's happening with your 401 or IRA, 401k or IRA, and how to make smarter investing decisions there. So text the word investing right now for 2 tickets for this investing class to learn more about those retirement accounts. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's investing to 210-210 for tickets and a quick start kit. This kit will help you get started right away. The great thing about this kit is if you're brand new, there's some terminology that will actually help you be more comfortable getting into the markets, and really maybe they're asking the right questions with your brokers too. So check that out when you get registered for this free class. So we've been talking a lot about several topics here today. We talked about the income strategies, for people that are working during the day, opportunities that you have in the evening with different assets like futures and Forex. We talked about those retirement accounts, but really the key of trading and investing is to let your investments work for you. And it's really setting up those trades and investments. And the computer, the Click, our platform, is actually designed and it'll execute for you automatically. So we have a lot of listeners that are invested in the market, have 401ks, or better yet, even IRAs, Roth IRAs, whatever that may be, traditional. And they're looking to self-direct now because now they know that there's opportunities to minimize and lower fees. What are some of the first steps to self-direct? I mean, do you got to go to a bank? Do you got to be a computer genius or an accountant even to start this account? Or what's some of the first steps to do that?
Yeah, no, no, and no.
Okay, show is over, everybody.
You don't have
Show
to
is
be any of
over.
those things. No, anybody can set up a self-directed IRA, a self-directed investment account, that's really a significant thing to be able to do to increase your potential to live the lifestyle that you want. And you need to remember right now that the reason we have a retirement crisis is that people are using a vehicle that was never really intended as their go-to investment vehicle in retirement. It used to be pensions. When pensions kind of went away, people put their money into a 401k or a 403b where the responsibility really became theirs to make sure that they were managed properly. The truth is almost nobody manages those accounts. You're responsible for managing them. You're actually you have a portfolio that you have access to with choices, your 401k or your 403b. You have multiple choices that you can invest your money in. You make that choice. If you want to make any changes over the course of the year, you make those changes, yet you're paying somebody a fee basically for giving you the right to manage your own assets. So you're already managing those assets. So why would it be important to get money out of a 401k when you retire, for example, or when you leave a company? And put it into a self-directed IRA, because as long as you have money in those accounts, in the 401k, 403b, fees are being taken out. When you roll it into a self-directed IRA, you eliminate the fees if you do it right. And here's the problem. A lot of people with whatever the plan sponsor is, let's say it's a major brokerage firm that has your 401k, if you retire, they may say, hey, we will help you roll your money into an IRA. And they're going to put you into a similar type of product, which is typically a mutual fund. But what they don't tell you is that when you roll it into a self-directed plan through them with their mutual funds, you're put into a different class mutual fund in most cases, which has a much higher fee. In fact, stock-based investment funds that you're put into in your self-directed IRA through your broker that has your 401k has a fee that's 37% higher than institutional funds, which you might have been in before. With bond funds, it's about 56% higher. Tens of billions of dollars are lost by investors. This is according to the Center for Retirement Research at Boston College, because people are doing this wrong. So one of the things we can show you and help you with is how to set up a self-directed IRA so you don't pay those fees. not only do you eliminate the fees, but you also have access to the assets that we're talking about that are great for income because you need income in retirement. That's futures, forex options. It gives you the opportunity to have protection for your assets and also how to participate in down markets. So the first 6 months of this year when the market was down, did you lose or did you make money? Most of you are going to say, no, I lost money, but you didn't have to because there are ways you could have invested that would have been beneficial in a down market.
Yeah, think about that for a second. I want you to take that stat out again, Al. What is that stat where if you change that mutual fund class or whatever, what is that
Yeah,
again?
typically in a 401k, 403b, you may have access to institutional mutual funds, but when you go into your self-directed IRA, the broker will be happy to do that transfer for you and maybe not tell you that you're being put into something that has a higher fee. For stock funds, it's about 37% higher.
Okay.
For bond funds, it could be 56% higher.
That's unreal. I mean, that's crazy that I mean, some of the stuff is just access to the right information sometimes. And it's not always about making money in the markets. Sometimes it's about keeping what
It
you
really
have.
is about keeping it. That's
That
the
is
more,
the key.
yeah.
And you talk about that a lot in those investing classes you teach because we do have a lot of people that when they leave their job and they're going to put it into a self-directed IRA, say a 401k, it just rolls into a self-directed IRA or just in any IRA. And how about eliminating that fee? Or how about not knowing or not having that problem? But here's a key that you brought up. You said, what if I don't do it right? Well, that's where education comes into play.
Mhm.
That's where going to the experts to that have done that stuff before. And we have investing classes that, if you have questions on that, bring these questions into the classes. Our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, has experts on what you might have the opportunity to do or what are some of the things that you have access to. So just get your phones ready if you want to learn more about that, rolling into an IRA or self-directing an IRA. Text the word investing right now. So text investing to the number 210-210. That's text investing to the number 210-210 for 2 tickets for this investing class at our local academies. So Al, we got about 2 minutes here that I want you to kind of we talk a lot about the good, bad, and ugly in the financial markets. And just I want you to inspire some people on, like, say if somebody is brand new, say someone has never traded before or invested, but they have a 401k. Like, how do you help people? Because you help a lot of people that come to these investing classes become more comfortable actually just saying, hey, you know what? I want to learn how to do this and
Mhm.
actually going to an investing class because that's sometimes hard for people because it's one of those things you don't know where you're going. It's kind of a weird thing if you think about it, but if you're looking for education, you got to go somewhere in a physical place to go. How do you help people become comfortable?
Yeah, well, one of the things that Wall Street has done a good job of is convincing people that this is very complicated, very confusing. You need a lot of money. You don't have the time. All of those things, which are really fallacies. So, one of the things we want to do is kind of destroy those fallacies. Kind of pull back the curtain on how things really work and how you can participate. And then also to understand that there is a place. Online Trading Academy has physical classrooms, physical centers with classrooms
For
where you can
25
come
years
in
now.
for 25 years. I'm not aware of anybody else that has that ability, but having the opportunity to come in and spend time with other students, not only other students, but people that are doing this professionally, people that teach professionally, that trade full time. Those are the people that you want to spend time with while you're learning something. You can't listen to a lecture or read a book and all of a sudden you're an expert at anything. You have to actually apply what's in those books, what you learn in a class, and the application of it really should be done with somebody that's guiding you and mentoring you. And that's really one of the big benefits I think at the Online Trading Academy is that you have access to that. You can come in at any time. And first of all, at the very least, learn what the opportunities are that are available to us as retail traders, as the public, because you'll never achieve your full potential unless you know what those opportunities are and know if they're right for you.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we have, obviously Online Trading Academy on 25 years, actually over 25 years now, as of June, I believe it was, teaching
Right.
people, just like our listeners, how to get started in the markets, how to do that consistently, but really with confidence. And that's why we have the name of the show, Investing with Confidence. And, I got to do some research. We've been doing this show on the radio for several years now. I mean, we're probably one of the longer running shows
Hmm.
on the radio here. And we've been having this show for many years now. And quite frankly, the podcast actually hitting about 567 episodes. And we've only been doing the podcast for what, a year and a half, 2 years.
Right.
And so people that are listening to Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify have been listening to the show for years, a couple years now, but also our YouTube show. So we've been educating people, on the markets for quite some time now, which is pretty good because, especially our sponsor, 25 years. I think that's big in these investing classes. You can actually see what it's all about. There's a lot of junk online. Well, we have a physical place to go to learn how to trade and invest. Learn how to do that now. Do that today. We have investing classes. Text right now. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 tickets. Investing to the number 210-210. Al, hit them up with your good old OTA tip of the week.
We see too many people that have relied on hope and luck for their financial life, both now and in the future. Hope and reliance on luck are not strategies, and waiting for the right time, pretty much assures that you're going to fail. So unless you figure out how to control every potential life influence, the right time almost never happens. So you might not ever have a right time, but there's a right now time, a today time, which could be the best time.
I like that. I did a commercial one time, and Saved by the Bell is one of my favorite shows of all time. So people that are listening right now, if you got Saved by the Bell trivia, when you come into this investing class, make sure to ask me if I'm teaching it. But I always say, would I use hope as a strategy? Nope.
I hope
Learn how
not.
to do that. Text investing to the number 210-210. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.